Okay, good morning. This is your treasurer. Today we're going to talk about submitting non-event forms through LiveLink. So again, you'll go in and find the LiveLink website with the link provided. It's a good thing to bookmark the link so that you can reach it anytime you need to. Go ahead and put in your username and your password, and you'll get the main enterprise workflow screen here. So the screen is where most people end up when they first log in. We're going to go ahead and click on the non-event payment screen here. Go ahead and put your name and put your committee. So this particular one is we're filling out today is the expense for the golf committee. And put in today's date, whatever day it is. In the forms here, you see that there's payment instructions, and you'll fill out these forms. First thing we're going to do is come in and we're going to pull up our invoice. So this particular invoice is in Excel. So I'm going to pull up Excel and then open up the invoice. Take a look at it so I can, it will help me go ahead and fill out the invoice if I have it open. So we get that invoice open. You can see here it's to the Clubs of Kingwood. So I'm going to go ahead and now fill out what I need to do here. There are vendors here that are already listed. Sometimes you'll find the vendor already here. You don't have to type in the payee, but in this case, I am going to have to type in the payee because it's not in the system. So you just merely put that on the second line of the form here. If you have a person that you need to have it brought to the attention of, you put it there. I am going to then type in the payment address. Fill out what the invoice is for. In this case, it's golf tournament supplies here. Put the invoice number. If the invoice has a particular number, this one, most vendors will give you a number. And then you put the amount, the total amount due for the invoice here. Now, hopefully you won't have invoices this large, but you'll put the total amount in, and then over here where you have the drop-down menus, you'll put new request, and then you always want to attach a document. If you happen to have more than one invoice in your particular request, then you come over to the green button here, and if you click that button, a whole new form will appear below this form, and you'll be able to fill that out as well. I only have one invoice in this particular example, but always remember that green plus bar means that you can add another invoice. Sometimes you'll have to scroll over to the right or the left to see it. Once you've filled out the form, you go ahead and hit the submit button. Okay, and then this is where it gets submitted. You get a initiation number here. You might want to jot that down so that you'll have you'll know what the number is if you need to hunt for it in the system, especially if you're putting in more than one invoice at a time. You might want to write it down so you know that a particular request number goes with a particular invoice here. So that brings you back to the event, the enterprise workspace form here. To go find the event, I now need to go into my assignments. And so what most people will see the invoice attachments and information link after they've submitted the first part where they filled out the form. You click on this hyperlink, and it brings back this form again. It will tell you what number it is up here, so you can recognize that it was the one you submitted. If I want to go back and re-look at the form, I can go in and click on the form. I can still go back over here and add a new form. I want to make sure my boxes are all filled in. At this point, over here on the left-hand side, I get couple of 5 items here. Basically, you'll only use 3. The forms is the most of the time when you fill out the form. If I have particular comments, I can come in here and put in a comment. And you just simply put your comment in, hit apply. If for some reason the section treasurer or vice treasurer doesn't have all the information they need, they'll put in a comment here and return the form back to you. So always check the comments if you get things returned back to you, because this is where the correspondence or what they need is going to be filed. Now, to finish up this, we're going to go ahead and put attachments. You can see at this stage I have some boxes down here. I can submit invoices or submit invoices some faxed, or I can wait for more invoices. So if I work on a particular event form and I don't have all my invoices and I need to just pause my work, I would hit that form right there, and that'll just keep it in my assignments. And as soon as I come back and have more work to fill out the form, I can come back in here. So we're going to go ahead and hit attachments. That brings up the attachments dialog here. So at this point, I want to attach a couple of attachments. As we showed you, we have the Excel file that actually has all the form from the vendor here. I also have a email that was sent to me, and I've saved it as an MSG file. I like to include that. It gives a little bit of more information to the approver, either the vice chair or the treasurer. So we're going to attach these 2 invoices here. So with that, we go in here. You've got a couple of things here. You can attach folders, you can hit the add item. I usually hit this one to attach file. And so you get the add document dialog here. I'll go out and I'll go find my particular document that I'm looking for. So go down and you'll go ahead and attach. Now you have, you can change the name here, and you can also put into the description so that the treasurer or vice treasurer will know exactly what is the description of the document so they can look through it. You merely hit add, and at this point you'll see that the document is now part of the workflow of the event form in LiveLink. It allows you to then go ahead and you can delete it if for some reason you added the wrong one or something like that. You can go in. I'm going to add another item at this point, and luckily it remembers where I am. I'm going to go ahead and add the email attachment. Again, we add. Okay, and with that, we see that both attachments were successfully added here. I don't have any more to add, so at this point, I'm ready to come over and I've filled out the forms, I've added my comments, I've done my attachments, and I'm ready to submit invoices here. So I click the Submit Invoice form, and you can see now that this particular invoice, and unfortunately in mine I have several here, but this one now sits here. It's ready to be looked at by the treasurer or vice treasurer. So most people will come in and their assignment list will be empty after they submit their form. They won't see anything here. And then you just wait on the section treasurer or vice treasurer to approve it. So that's it for today's lesson in how to submit non-expense forms. Pretty easy stuff. Remember, it's a two-part. You fill out the form first, hit submit, and then you've got to go back in and add the attachments to the form, and then you submit for approval at that point. So with that, we'll log out and see you next time.